All right. So this is my second attempt of recording my thoughts because I had a recording which I accidentally deleted it. I was attempting to send it to my phone because I was gonna try to edit there, and pretty much I accidentally deleted it. And by the way, I just want to share my thoughts on how I went with my morning. This is like, it's not a trade recap, but more on just sharing my thoughts of what happened. And my bias for today, before the New York Open, which right here, my bias is that it's going to continue lower and targeting this Asia low. It did not happen. And the reason why I was aiming for the Asia low is because of this. Yesterday, price made a drastic move to the downside over like almost 1,000 points to the downside. As you can see, the market is committed to go to the lower side of the market. It's pretty much bearish, and after the bearish, the huge expansion to the downside, it pretty much consolidated the whole night and till the afternoon session, which is when I say morning session, it's the morning of New York, and when I say afternoon, it's the afternoon of New York. So be sure to place your time zone to New York right here, okay, so that you will understand what I'm trying to say. Now, pretty much, so after that consolidation, of course, when price expands, the next thing the market will do is to consolidate. And after consolidation, it's going to continue. So, expansion, consolidation, continuation. That's pretty much what's happened here because price pretty much targeted the low of the London. I mean the low of the New York session and during Asia uh, time, and it was also aligned with the previous day's low. Yep, this it's also a previous day's low. Now after price tapped that low, hit that target, price once again consolidated. Yeah, so that means price is going to continue to the downside, so that's why I was aiming for the Asia low. Now pretty much I took a trade during the London session, and this is how my trade went. I uploaded it on this channel. So I got this trade, and this was my trade. I was aiming for this low also, but I was trailing my stops. So when I placed my stop loss right here on this high right here, price went back up. Let me delete this one. So that was my trade uh, on the London session. So pretty much price went lower. So after the open of the New York, I was thinking that this is just an engineered liquidity because after all, price continued to consolidate after the expansion lower. Price consolidated and just created this um, engineered liquidity. What I forgot to check is that, excuse me, on the YM, price already reached the London high, creating us a SMT, right? That is a session SMT. And when you go to the uh, S&P 500, E mini S&P, it did not reach the low as well. Same with the Nasdaq. But the YM already did its job. So that means we have a session SMT. So it's not going to continue lower here now because prices on the YM has already reached its objective. So what it will do is going to continue higher. That's what happened to this indices right here. So price, as you can see, price shoot up. Now, since my bias was onto the bearish side, because as I told you, I forgot to see the YM already created a SMT. I was just fixated here. I tried to short here. I tried to short here because it's the 4-hour bearish fair value gap, and then I got stopped out. I took a short also here because this is the London high. I got stopped out. I tried to again short for multiple times, and I got stopped out multiple times as well. Let me show you. These are the trades right here. Yeah. Now, what I learned from this session, in the morning session, is that when price overshoot just like this, almost a size of this range, and it did not create a 2022 model this close right here, I don't have a trade, but instead price most likely is going to continue higher. As you can see right here, when price overshoot, when price displaced higher and overshoot this high, almost the size of this range, it consolidated. And as I mentioned earlier in this video, if there's an expansion, next thing that's gonna happen is that either it's gonna reverse a V-shape reversal or a consolidation. And consolidation indicates that the price is primed to continue higher. Now, it finally did continue to the higher area of the market, and it reached this high right here. And I was still, since my psychology got messed up, my thoughts now is just, okay, since the high got taken out, let's try and trade continuation right here. Let's try to trade it. And anyway, I missed this one right here, which is a 2022 model. And the 2022 model was formed really close from this high, not unlike this. It overshoot and this created this 2022 model, but this 2022 model is a waste of time. Why did I say a waste of time? Because it overshoot this high right here, and the if you measure it, it's almost the size of this range, and it's not a good way to trade a reversal with this type of move. It's not. I've just learned because price is gonna most likely gonna consolidate and just continue higher, and it did. Now since price continued higher and then hit this high right here, this has now become a point of interest. Right, this is our point of interest. This used to be a drawn liquidity because price shoot up right here, because price, as I've said, price consolidated and then expanded. This is drawn liquidity. Now this drawn liquidity became a point of interest, and then price, after it hit this high, closed above it, and then created a 2022 model, which is a good place to trade reversal up to the discount area. Why discount? Because this is an expansion. So what do you expect? What do you try to anticipate? You can anticipate that the price is going to continue to go to the discount area. All right, this is your range right here. This is a discount and this is the premium. If you haven't studied it, you have to study it. There's a bunch of videos explaining how a premium or discount array works. Now, I could have done this and targeted this, the 50% area of this range, or this, what do you call this, fair value gap. I could have target that, you know, just like that. I could have earned this much. Now, I did not because I was messed up. My brain got messed up because of those multiple losses. Now, since price has tapped these busies right here, it will continue higher because it has consolidated, expanded, consolidated, and it's going to continue higher, right? After price reached the discount area from a bullish narrative, you can expect for a 2022 model. This is your 2022 model. This is a breaker right here. The question is, how do you enter the trade? The common PD array to use to enter is the fair value gap, which is here, or a breaker. This is a bullish breaker, right? By the way, you can use this to enter the market. You can just place your entry right here, wait for price to close above, and then price to return to the bullish breaker, and then target this high. Or if you want to risk more, you can place your stop around this low right here or this low right here, depending on your approach. It depends on you. Or for conservative ones, you can just place your stop loss right here and then just target this. That's like a 1.4 R. Now for other is they use the fair value gap right here. I did not take this trade, by the way, because I'm done for the day. I've had multiple trades already, so I'm not gonna enter this trade right now. I'm just gonna share my thoughts, how it went. So anyway, let me zoom in, annotate this as fair value gap right there. So if you're gonna use this fair value gap after the price breaks above this breaker or this high right here, you can wait for price to create a fair value gap and then place your entry here, and then place your stop loss this low or this low or this low if you're trying to be conservative. For me, I just use 20 points. This small right here, that's how much I would willing to risk. Now, I could have entered it and earned this much, but I didn't because, just like I said, I'm done for the day. And I overtraded. Actually, I overtraded, and this is not a good thing because overtrading is bad. Don't do it. Okay. Anyway, so I could have done this, right? So it's just pretty simple. So in conclusion, what you should do is that when you see price expands, wait for the consolidation up to the 50% area right here if market is moving this way. Consolidation, expansion, consolidation, expansion, or continuation. Expansion, consolidation, continuation. Expansion, consolidation, continuation. That's pretty much it. So I hope you learned something from this video, and I'm gonna shut down this